Hey, everybody. My name is Doug Uhlenbrock. I'm the Director of Events with FMCA. This is Barb Filer. What is your title anymore? You got so many.
I know. Queen. Oh, manager. Event manager.
Event manager. All right. We welcome you to our second Q&A FMCA convention Q&A session. I just want to a little notification here. We've got a bad storm coming through Cincinnati, and the lights have been going on and off here for the last 10 minutes. So just so you know, you might see a little kind of craziness going on. Hopefully we don't get knocked off the air, but this is happening, and we'll just go on and see how it goes. I don't know. But you know, we're going to move on. We're going to give you some good information as long as we stay on. And I think Barb had some kind of announcement.
I do want to mention, I was just thinking today before this that a year ago today was our first day of the show in Gillette.
Oh yeah, that is true.
So I'm sitting here thinking, how the heck did we turn that show? We got another month and I still feel like we're, panicked, but I had a broken arm and it was Wednesday and we were starting it off.
That's correct.
Things were going, and here we are today, a year later, and getting ready for
the next one in Nebraska. And for those who are watching, hopefully, if you haven't signed up yet, if you haven't registered, please do so. We're looking forward to having a really nice show out there. It is a little bit lower attendance than what we're used to having, just because of I'm guessing the economy and the fuel prices. And you know what? That's gonna be a determining factor whether people can make it or not. But for those who do come, we're going to put on a good show for you. You're going to have a good time, and all the things that you expect to have, we're going to do that plus more. So one of the things, and we have a couple questions here, and we'll get through those here shortly. Steven Seitz, he asked, is pre-registration required to attend the book club? It is not required, but it helps us figure out how many people are going to be there and how big a room we have to schedule for this. So if you are planning on doing the book club and coming to the event, I would recommend that you go ahead and do that. And that helps Barb. It helps us just figure out what size room we need. We don't want a huge room with nobody in it. And we don't want a tiny room that's, overflowing. So it does help us in our scheduling to figure out, what size room we need to have. And also it lets the author know if they're going to bring books, how many they need to bring. If we've got 200 people signed up, they'll bring a bunch. If we don't have that many, they don't need to bring as many. So
I do want to mention the bookstore this year. They're going to bring books, some books to me in advance. So I'll have some on sale. We'll get in the POS system. You can come up. I believe they're like $15, no more than that. So if you forget the book, they'll have them pre-sale before Saturday. Then she'll have other books at her club. So, but this is the book. You can order it through. There is a link to go through the. What's it called? Something in Finch. Anyway, there's the bookstore there locally in Lincoln or Amazon. So here it is. I got a hardcover, but you can get the paperback too. Okay.
Got Galen. I'm sorry to hear that you're fighting the illness right now. I know it is popping up around the country in different places. I hope you get well soon. You asked how many we have registered right now. We're at about a 640-ish. And, obviously we're hoping, that number is going to continue to grow as we get closer and people make the decision on whether to go or not. It's my hope that fuel prices give us a little drop there.
Oops, sorry. I don't know what it's doing.
I don't know why it's doing it to you.
I know.
Just had something pop up on my screen there. But we're hoping fuel prices give us a little break here, as we head into the middle and late months of summer, and more folks will be able to make it. I get it. I mean, it is expensive to be traveling right now in the RVs, and certain people only have enough money to go certain distances and only have, can only do so much. So we're hoping with some relief from the from the fuel prices that maybe we'll see some more registrations coming up in the next month or so.
Guy says, when should we expect to receive our packets? We were hoping to have them before today's live stream.
And we were certainly hoping that you would as well. They just went out recently, and we will go through that in a lot of detail here very soon. Barb has examples of everything that you might receive in your packet. So we'll be going over that here in just a few minutes. I want to try and answer some of these questions here that came in right away before we get to that. Stephen asked procedure for signing up for the book club. We do have a link to that. It's https://join.fmca.com/any22 book club. I think Kylie, our producer, hopefully she can get that up there for us. So you can.
I'll get it too.
Okay, so you can, so everybody can see that. Go to that website, just kind of complete the little link that's included with that, and that'll put you onto the list of folks who we know are going to be there.
See, that's it for you.
Okay.
You should receive your packets. Yeah, the packets will be very soon. They're in the mail, a lot of them. Now we're running the second run now. So are we ready? You want to get started a little bit?
Why don't we get started? Yes, we can certainly get started. Show them what they're going to get in the mail. Now, this is what Barb is going to show you is an envelope for will call, but it's going to look just like this. It's going to have the address on it. It's going to say first class mail, please open. And I do emphasize this, please open.
Yes.
When you get this, open it. See what's inside of it. It's a lot easier for us to fix any problems now or within the next couple of weeks than it is to fix it when you show up and you say, this isn't right. None of my badges are correct. None of my stuff's right. If you have a problem with it, let us know what it is and we can get it remedied. Give us a call, send us an email to convention@fmca.com, and we can get this fixed for you and get the new stuff in the mail or to wherever, however you want to get it. You might want to put it in will call. You might want us to send it to either your location you're at now or somewhere you might be in the future. Like I said, open it up, look at it, see if there's things in there that either you're not supposed to get or there's things missing, or that, maybe you open it up and you just don't understand what these things are for. We do put some pretty good description in our confirmation booklet about all the different things that you're going to find in the packet. So, if you read the booklet, that should explain much of it. But if there's still questions, get in touch with us. We'd be happy to talk to you about that.
So I would recommend sitting at a table and dumping it out so you can spread everything out. So and make sure you shake it because things get stuck with this static. Not sure. Okay. You want to start?
And don't throw the envelope
Yeah,
away because
keep
then you want to put it all back in there.
Okay. So, hold on a minute. Oh, sorry. Hold on a minute. Thus the table. So you're going to get, you can explain, but the confirmation guide is probably the first thing you should look at because that kind of starts your journey.
And it includes all sorts of information. We used to give out little pieces of paper that talked about everything. Instead, we put it in a book. In the middle of the book, you're going to find your directions. It's very important. Please read these over before you show up. You can put your GPS in and all that stuff, but really these directions will tell you exactly where you need to go, what gate you need to go into, how to proceed once you arrive. We give kind of general directions to get you into the area, and then we become more specific once you do get into the Lincoln area as far as getting onto the place. We have a bunch of other, we have some rules, we have some information about all the different things that you might want to know before you show up. This is supposed to get you there. Once you get there, then we'll give you a program and we'll set you up with some other things to help you get around the grounds. But this is supposed to get you there. It should give you all the information you need to get to Lincoln, to get parked, and to get ready to have a good time. Talks a little bit about the entertainment we have, some of our daily activities that you're going to find, some of other special things like you have the book club here. We have some youth information here. Our salute to service information here. We have some, there's the directions. We'll talk more about this here in a minute. We have some information about the 2 tours that we've put together, some parking information, our Driven to Care silent auction Magic Mile, a couple of our fundraising things that we do, some other information, just about all the different things that'll be going on that you might be interested in finding out before you get to the event. So definitely take a look, go through the whole book, read through it. You got plenty of time to do so. There's some things about Lincoln in here, kind of some of the highlights of the city that you might want to check out or plan either before you get to the show or before you leave. And then just some basic information on the back, some fast facts about the area and some, where the Walmarts are, where, different grocery stores, Walgreens, that kind of thing. All right. What you're also going to find.
You want to do the QR code or these things?
Let's do the parking cards, and then we'll do the QR with that. Let's do the badges first. Okay.
Right, hold on just a second. In here also will be your tow car hanger. This goes on your towing car or your car that you're towing so that you can get in and out of the grounds without problems. There's also, we have a contest, and this is a drawing for Saturday, the very last day of the event in the morning.
During the annual meeting.
We'll collect these in a little bin throughout the time. And then there's this sheet. It's really important. It's kind of new to all of us. If you're bringing your own golf cart,
ATV, four-wheeler, whatever that you're going to bring, you need to complete this form and turn it in either to the info center or to the office. And this is not a FMCA form. This is a form from the Lancaster Events Center that they require for anyone who is driving any type of non-licensed, non-street legal vehicle on the grounds.
This is something we've not done before either. So it's new.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Come back to that.
Let's go on. We're going to show everybody's going to get a set of badges. And for most people, it'll be yellow. If you get blue, that means you requested disabled badges. We'll get to the parking stuff in a minute. There's also some who get green badges. Those are typically our advanced crew people or our exhibitors. So there's primarily 3 types of badges. But like I said, most folks will get the yellow. If you ask for disabled, you'll get blue. Everyone will also receive the bonus bucks here. Where are they at?
We didn't give it to her. Maybe they didn't pop out. Oh, no bonus bucks. I'll go get some. That's all right.
So everybody will get however many people are in your RV will each receive a bonus buck for $5. And that's good for use in the exhibit hall. Any of the exhibitors will accept those, and you can use those for any kind of purchases that you make for exhibiters. We also have our parking cards, and there's a variety of different type of parking cards that you're going to find depending on what you chose when you registered. Most folks who have registered have either gotten 30 amp electric or 50 amp electric. So you either get a green card that looks like this. Pull it back just a little bit there, Barbie. That's right. It's going to look like that, or it'll be a red card that says family 50 amp with a 50 there. We also have a few people, not too many, who have signed up for non-electric, either 7-Eleven generator, no generator, full generator, those types of things. And you'll get separate cards that say that as well. You will also receive an arrival card. This tells you the day we expect you to arrive. We ask that you come in that day or later. If you come in the day before that, you will need to pay $30 extra per night. The first day you can do that is on the 21st. That's when our parking commences for the most part. We do have our advanced crew and some others coming in earlier than that who may they may be working the setup. They may be doing the RV driving class or the RV basics class, who will come in earlier than the 21st. Our volunteer groups, primarily our big volunteer groups, come on that Sunday on the 21st, then the rest come in on the 22nd. Most everyone of our family attendees will be getting August 22nd arrival. We hope to have just about everyone parked on the 22nd, which is a Monday, On the 23rd, we'll have some parking, but most folks will be done, and they'll be there on the 22nd, giving you an opportunity to do a number of other things throughout that day, whether it's going to some of the other governing board things that are happening, some of the first timer things that we'll be planning on the 23rd as well, and other activities on the 23rd. Barb did get, let's show those.
Yep.
Here is a copy of the bonus buck. You can look and see what that looks like. As I mentioned, every registration. So if you get 3 badges, if you had 3 people coming in their RV, you're going to get 3 of those. So however many badges, that's how many bonus bucks you will receive. I do want to show this. There are, for some people, for disabled, for different other groups, they will receive a card like this that goes along with your parking card. This tells our parking crew people that you are to be parked in that separate area with disabled parking, with advanced crew, different groups who will come in and who are kind of separate from the general family parking groups.
Governing board, you'll get your placard in your packet from Penny.
Yeah, as Penny sends out different things for the governing board folks, you will receive your credentials and your card for that. Let's look at,
Different schools.
Yeah, we do have RV driving school, RV backing school, RV basics. So if you are one of those schools, you're going to get one of these envelopes here. This one is for the driving school. Inside of that, you will receive a letter with some information, and you will also receive a special card.
Example.
So that's an example of that. The driving class, you also receive a special date when you are expected to arrive. Please follow this date for arrival, as you know that indicates what day you're going to be doing your classes. That's for RV basics. Again, it tells you what day to show up. You want to put this in your windshield so our parking team will know you are with the RV basics program.
On the backs of these cards shows you how to put them in your windshield. You'll see a little diagram. And then backing school.
There's the backing school. Same as a driving school type thing. You're gonna get a
this way.
You're gonna get these as well to tell you when you need to be there and to indicate that you are with that school.
These packets we were able to put them inside of your packet unless you're will call or you're not attending the full convention. So if they're not in your packet, they'll be mailed separately. So like if you sign up now after this mailing, they'll be mailed to you directly.
But if you have registered already, it will come in your confirmation packet with the rest of your materials. There are special badges that go with those things as well. So please wear those badges while you're taking the classes, and then switch to your convention badges once you get through your classes and into the event. Let's do, if you are a first timer, you're going to receive a little booklet like this that gives you some information about things you need to know as a first timer coming in, some basics about it. You also get a card to put in your windshield that will indicate to the parking team that you are a first-time attendee, and they should understand that you may be, not quite sure about what's going on in the parking process, and they can treat you with a little bit more. How should we say?
TLC.
Yeah, make sure that you know exactly where you're going and how this process works.
Can you repeat that? You cut out for a second. Can you repeat what you just said about the first timers guide?
Yeah, the first timers guide. It shows some of the basic things that you should know going to the event for the first time as a first timer. Read through this; it'll help you both upon your arrival and when you're at the show. Along with that, we're going to have this card that goes in your windshield that indicates to the parking team that you are a first timer as well. Included also will be some badge holders and some ribbons that tell folks on site that you are a first timer. Please put these ribbons on only the backs of these plastic things. do not try, if you have another kind of badge holder that is fabric or different vinyl or whatever, don't put this on the outside, put it inside, because it will fall off in a matter of seconds. They do not stick well to those types of badge holders. What else we got?
They will not be adhered to that. They'll be
No,
loose.
you'll take care of putting those.
It's on there, but that's just a little sample. Okay.
For those who may be coming in on a passport credential, you're going to get the same badges and other information in your confirmation packet, but instead of a parking card and that kind of stuff, you're going to get one of these. And this is basically your parking pass for passport. You're going to drive in each day. You're going to park on site. This is what's going to get you in and get you into the lot that you need to go to.
Passport folks, we want you to be sure to be on the grounds on the 23rd, right? If possible, to join in the celebration of the Blue Ox celebration.
Well, we will have things going on that Tuesday. We'll have first timer things. We'll have all kinds of other stuff going on the grounds. We'll talk about it a little bit later. I don't see one of the.
Yeah, I don't see those tickets either.
Yeah, we have to get a ticket. There is going to be an event going on Tuesday night that we'll talk about here shortly.
I have the digital copy.
Okay.
I can share the digital copy.
Okay. That is the ticket that you're going to receive. There should be one in there for everyone in your group. Basically, it's information about the Blue Ash Bash, which will be held in downtown Lincoln on the evening of the 23rd. It's going to be at the Lincoln Station Great Hall, and along with information you're going to receive at the event. You can get discounts at the restaurants and stores downtown in this area. We're expecting folks to come down, enjoy the night, visit with us at the Blue Ox Bash for a little bit. We're going to have some music there. We'll have some refreshments, and then go see the city. Either do that or do it backwards. Go see the city first and then come back later for refreshments and fun at the Great Hall. We think it's going to be a great time. It's something new we're trying for the first time. We want to thank Blue Ox, of course, for sponsoring this, for being our title sponsor. They're doing a lot to help make this a great event for everyone. I think you're really going to enjoy the way this is going to come together. And I encourage everyone, when they come to the event, to make sure you spend some time either, downtown that night, either as either at the bash or, visiting some of the areas around town. We will have some transportation, bus transportation for folks down there. It's not meant to get everyone down there. I expect some folks to take their own cars down there, so they have a little bit more freedom as to when they come and go. But for those who do not have cars or do not want to drive downtown, we will have some buses available to get you back and forth, and they'll run, they'll just run a circular route. They'll just keep on coming and going throughout the night.
There's information on the back about parking and that type of thing for those who want to stay independent of all that, of the busing.
And we'll have more information about this in your welcome bag when we get there, that you'll be able to pick up. Had a question from Diana. Said, we signed up for the full rally in RV driving school. Do we need a reservation in advance or just show up at will call for our packet? We can add additional days for a 50 amp site that's already reserved. Diana, what you're going to do, if you're doing the driving school, you're going to find specific directions in your packet that tells you when to arrive and how to get there. You're going to come in gate 1 as an RV driving school person. We're going to have the date that you're supposed to arrive. You'll come in. You will not be hooked up for those days while you are doing the driving school. You will dry camp those days. Once you are completed with that, you'll go over to the welcome area, and they will get you parked from there. If you need to get will call, we can arrange for the will call to come to you through the driving school instructors to make sure you get whatever it is you need. So yeah, once you're completed with your school, basically you'll just drive over to where the welcome area is, and our parking team will get you parked. You won't owe anything more. You won't add anything. Everything will be completed by the time you get there. So all you'll have to do is, if you have your stuff at will call, get it picked up, or we'll have it delivered to you, and then, go to the class and then come around, get parked, and you're ready to go. Shelby asked, we will pick up our packet at will call. Is it possible to have access to the information in the booklet online prior to arrival so we can be prepared? What we're going to do, and this will probably happen in the next week or two, we will be emailing out the booklet, a PDF of the booklet, and some of the other information that you might need ahead of time. We also will have it on our website that you can, just click into and look on your computer if you like. So yeah, all this information that you really need will be sent to you. What we cannot do is we can't send you your badges. We can't send you your parking cards ahead of time. That's something you have to pick up on site.
And we'll also send you a W that you can print off. It's just black and white to put in your window so that the parkers know that you have to be directed to will call.
Right. That's something we started a few years ago because people were coming in with no credentials in their windows, and they were wanting to get a will call, but it wasn't showing up immediately to the parking team. So I think it was Barb. I think it was actually your idea. Good job. So, you'll put that in your windshield, and the parking team will be able to direct you straight to the welcome area and where you can get over to will call and pick up your packet and then get parked.
Yes.
All right. What else we got to talk about here?
Oh, so what about our volunteers?
Yeah. For those who have
Doherty Mo.
Oh, Mo's calling me.
If you've signed up as a volunteer, we have you down as whether it's parking or whether it's another group. You're going to receive an envelope that says, what type of volunteer you indicated. And you're going to come in on a day that is determined by, when your volunteer meeting is, if you're having one. So we have our activity cart drivers, our frustrated maestros, and our security coming in on Sunday, the 22nd, I believe it is. No, 21st. And then seminars, info, store, coffee hour come in on that Monday. And then they'll have their meeting on Tuesday. The meeting for the other ones, the security and activity carts, is on Monday. Maestros will begin their practicing and things on Sunday afternoon when they arrive. You're going to get a V to put in your windshield that will indicate to our parking teams that you are a volunteer. That's why you are here at the specific time that you arrive. They'll also be parking you in a volunteer area. Not everyone will park together. The way the grounds is set up, it's kind of, they don't have all the 30s together. They don't have all the 50s together. It's kind of, you get some 30s, you get some 50s, you get some more 30s. So people will be parked intermingled kind of with the different types of parking that you selected. So it's a little bit different. It's not going to be difficult, but it will be kind of, it won't be all 50s together, all 30s together is what I'm trying to say. One thing I do want to mention for those who are coming together, if you want to park with someone, if you want to park with your friends, you have a couple people coming, you either arrive together and get parked together, or you go to the welcome area and hang out in our holding area until your group has arrived. At that point, they'll get you all parked together. It is also very important that if you want to park together, you all have the same type of parking. So if one person has 30 and two people have 50, you're not going to be able to park together, except for maybe the possibility is there that they can squeeze you in like that. It's much more likely that you'll be able to park together if you do have the same parking type. So make sure that, if you are coming with friends, you all have the same type of parking. You all come in at the same time or on the same day, so you can meet each other in the holding area and then get parked together.
She tuned in late. Said if they have, they chose full generator, but if they want to change to electric, it's still available.
Yeah, we have electric still. And if you'd like to do that, just give us a call, 800-543-3622. And that, we can get you set up with that. Or if you want to, wait until you get there, that's also, we can make sure it happens there as well. Probably a little bit easier doing it beforehand, but, we can get it taken care of and get you your credentials out in the mail, within the next couple of days, if that's what you want to do.
Mike, they have a travel trailer, and they want to know if there'd be room in the spaces for their tow vehicle, or will it be?
No, you should be able to
somewhere
keep
else?
you should be able to keep your towing vehicle or your tow vehicle right there at the site with you. We're not going to ask folks to move their stuff to a separate parking area.
Most of the lots, from what I understand, are about 20 by 40, maybe a little wider here and there. So
You should have room. I've seen that parking lot most of the way full, at least the main campground parking lot, and you shouldn't have any problem. As I mentioned, earlier, it's unfortunate that we don't have the registration that we certainly would like to have. But one of the benefits of having it like that is we will be able to spread out a little bit, and we won't be packed in like sardines in the camping areas.
again, it was the same type of thing. They'll have a car dolly.
What you'll be able to do with your car dolly, depending on how big it is, you'll either be able to store it, partially underneath your RV or somewhere close by. Depending on how big that dolly is, we may have to have you move it somewhere. We just have to see when you get parked how that can be maneuvered. The same is going to happen with those who bring perhaps a trailer. A lot of people bring trailers. They bring their cars on trailers as well. So it's going to be mostly a matter of when you arrive, what the parking team can do for you as far as getting you parked and keeping all that stuff close by. I know it's much easier. You don't have to, run around all over the place trying to take it to an area to keep and then get it back when you're trying to leave. So we certainly will do our best to make sure that's convenient for you.
When should first timers arrive? Are there special events for first timers?
First timers, as we mentioned in our little book about our little book here, first timers will be there. All first timers will be scheduled to be there on the 22nd. On the 23rd, we will have what we call our walkabouts. So we have people who are veteran convention goers. They will be giving you tours of the grounds, walking tours. If you want to take one of those, just to kind of point out where the different things are, where the different rooms are, the different entertainment's going to be, all that kind of stuff. So that, when you get there, the first, when Wednesday opens, kind of where you're going from the get-go, and you're not searching for everything right away. We also have first timers orientation on Tuesday afternoon. Following that, we will have a chapter fair that afternoon as well. So there's some things for you to do. Plus, we're going to have something new where you can get together with other first timers or just anyone, at the event. We're calling it Sheldon Social Hall. It's going to be in our Info Central building. We'll have some games in there. We'll have some different things that you can do, to kind of meet and greet other folks who are there. Something we've never done before. We're going to give it a try. I'm a little worried that the room might be small for all the first timers that we have if they all show up at the same time. But we may move it if the weather's nice outside as well and bring some games and things outside that building. We have some room out there and we can do some different things as well. Let's see.
That's about it for those questions.
Galen asked, is there sewer at the sites, especially handicap sites? And no, there is no sewer at this event site. You have water at your site. Most of the sites have water. The electric sites have water. Our general camping sites for 7 to 11 generator, full generator, no generator, do not have water sites, but we will have water available for you. We have worked with a septic service facility, and they're going to be doing pump outs for $30 a piece. You'll be able to sign up for those beginning Monday, I believe, on the 22nd, all the way through the end of the event. There are some dump stations outside the grounds. The grounds does not have one that was going to be available to us. They're working on getting some built, but they're not built now. So all septic is going to have to be done either through this company or you're going to have to wait until you leave to dump. I would really highly suggest that you come in with your tanks empty. You certainly don't need to fill your water up, but you will need to make sure your gray and your blacks are empty before you show up. that we're at right now. Okay.
Yeah, looks good.
All right. What else you want to talk about, Barb?
Well, we have these little
Okay.
special events.
Yes, we do. One of the first things, and we've done this for a while, is our ladies' luncheon. And, there's the ticket you're going to receive if you signed up for the ladies' luncheon. That will be on,
Thursday.
when is it?
Thursday, 11:45
Okay.
in the Lincoln Room.
And I know a lot of the ladies have registered for this already. If you are interested in doing that, please let us know. We can certainly add that and send you the ticket. Something different that we've done for this event, because they have some really kind of cool places in Lincoln, is we came up with a couple tours. We sold out our mornings for both of these, so now we have afternoon tours going on to both the International Quilt Museum and the Speedway Motors Museum of American Speed. We have limited number of seats for these, so if you are interested, please let us know and we will get you signed up. These are going to be really neat things. I mean, both museums are first class, unbelievable places. We're probably not giving you enough time to go through any of them or either of them. I know when I've been there, both were terrific. I probably could have stayed there for 8 hours, at least the Speed Museum. So I think, it'll be well received. It does. Both of them do include lunch. So you'll be going, whether you're going in the morning, you're going to have lunch at the end. If you're going in the afternoon, you're going to have lunch first and then go through the museum. So if it is something you're interested in, give us a call, 800-543-3622 to get yourself registered for those. We do believe it's going to be a good time. And you know what, even if you don't go on the tour with us, make plans to stop by one of them or both of them while you're there, either before the event or after. There's some really, really neat places in the city of Lincoln that you're going to really appreciate. So there is some information in the confirmation guide about the various places around town that you might want to check out. I know when I first went there, to look at the place, I was like, what the heck's Lincoln, Nebraska have? And I was absolutely blown away by all the different things that they have in town. And, I sure hope that, when we have you come down for the Blue Ice Bash and the Welcome to Lincoln party on that Tuesday night, it shows you what they have and you go down either, another night for dinner or you go check it out, following the convention itself. All right, we've got one thing to show you. This is something kind of new. Go ahead and grab that little thing there. This is something we're gonna start using, and this is kind of the first test of it we're gonna have. Everyone's gonna get one of these little squares in your welcome or in your confirmation packet. What we want you to do is we want you to put this square in your windshield, and there's information about how we're gonna do that when you show up. This is a new way for us to know that, first of all, to find, know that you're there. So each one of these QR codes is attached to your registration. So when we scan this, and our parking team members will come through and they will scan these, it will tell us not only that you're there, but also where you are, so that we can find you if need be. We'll overlay that information onto a map. That way we can find you immediately, or we can get in touch with you. And if for some reason, we need to find you, we know where your RV is, but we need to find you, we can backtrace to your phone number to give you a call. It's something that we've been talking about doing for a while. Our IT department has been working on it. So this is the first time we're going to give it a try. We also are still going to use our locator link, which you will find out, and there'll be a sheet in your welcome bag about that tells us that you're going to, input the information to tell us where you're at as well. One of the good things about Lincoln is every site, aside from the non-electrics, is numbered. So you're going to tell us exactly what number post you're on, and that'll help us find you if we need to. Hopefully that won't be the case, but, oftentimes, you do need to find someone, or if something happens in and around your RV, we can get to you. We can call you up and say, hey, we need you to come back to your RV because this has happened or whatever. Dogs barking, somebody, ran their bike in the side of your RV, something like that. Well, We hope not. But, you know, things do happen, and it's a lot easier if we can get in touch with you instead of trying to track you down or, you know, waiting around until you actually show back up. If we can get in touch with you and maybe get whatever it is resolved, the better. I mean, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So that's kind of the things that we have going on with the confirmation packet. As Barb mentioned, these are in the mail. You should start seeing them show up this week sometime. As I mentioned at the get-go, open that thing up and make sure that everything that you think you should be getting is in there. If anything looks not right, please give us a call. We'll get it straightened out. You got something?
A couple things.
Okay.
That packet is if you're going to cancel now, since they're now mailed, if you do need to cancel, not that you're going to, but that packet has to be mailed back to us. So kind of keep that envelope and the address and all that gets shipped back to us if you have to cancel the show up until that, even if it's the day before. Right. That's like you're returning the dress to the shop. That's your materials that need to come back to us. So keep that in mind. And then I want to talk a little bit because everybody wants to know, where's the session? What about all the sessions and what's all the timing? So what has to happen now, and now that the mailing's out, I can concentrate. I've got to schedule all the sessions. They're all coming in different. They all have different requests. They got a lot of hoops to jump through to get this laid into this program and different size rooms and times and days. So it all comes together and has to make this a book that'll be something like this. If you're a first timer, this is a sample of the program that we'll do. It won't be exactly like this time, but it'll be a big book like this that has everything you ever want to know about the show. And it's just a lot of work to get this together. Things change last minute. So I kind of hold out to the end. By the next time you speak with us, this book will have Nebraska all over it and a bee and everything else. So it'll be ready to go, and you'll probably have it digitally. So you'll have 3 weeks, maybe more, to review it. You'll see everything in print the way it is, and we'll be all set. And then we can talk about that at in our August Facebook Live. So just be patient. It's coming.
When we get to August, we'll have a lot more information to talk to you about. The program, the digital program will be available. We'll send out emails about all that kind of stuff as we're making that available. We'll be talking about our text messaging service. We'll be talking about our event app. We'll be talking about, any kind of last second questions that you might have before you leave to come to the event. We're going to, talk about probably our entertainment. We have, 3 nights of really good entertainment out there that you're going to really enjoy during the event. We also have, entertainment throughout the event during the day. We have a lot of different activities that'll be taking place throughout the event as well. So a lot of things that'll be happening as we get closer. About, we're a little less than 2 months away. So, things are starting to really come together. They're really, a lot of work is being done on our end to kind of get it all put together so that, within a couple weeks of the event, that you can have all the information you need to start making decisions about things you're going to do during the convention itself.
There's another question about dump station.
Yeah, Eric, there are no dump stations at the event site. We will have a septic service provider on site who will be able to do that. And we will have a list of dump stations in the area that you go to either before or after the event. It's unfortunate. They were supposed to have a bunch built. They're not built. And there's nothing I can do about that. I wish I could. He also asked, are there showers at the site? We will have some showers there as well. More information will be about in our program about the showers, where they are and how to use those.
The shower buildings are also safety, storm protection areas. So find those showers.
Well, they have a number of buildings that if the weather does turn severe, folks can get into those. We'll have the doors unlocked and people can get into those buildings if need be.
And also, I'm sorry, in the program, there'll be a heavy emphasis on weather alerts. So be sure to, cover that so you know what to do in case of inclement weather.
Marilyn asked how many are registered. We touched on that a little bit earlier. We're right about 630 some, 640 some at the moment. We certainly are hoping to get more before we get there. But fuel prices, the economy is not doing us any favors. So,
but with that being said, I think it's going to be a great show. It's one we haven't been able to have such an intimate, show like this. We're able to do a lot of fun things because of the size, and I think for those of you who are going to be there, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, for those who come, we're doing everything at least as much or maybe even more than we have for other shows. So, don't think that you're going to, just because we have a small attendance, it's going to show that way. We are doing everything the same, or if not more than what we would for any other convention that we have. So, I encourage, more people to show up, make travel, bring some friends. Yeah. And we're going to have fun. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to make sure that you have a good time as well.
You want to mention Blue Ox, how much they've helped us? You'll
notice. Kind of did.
Oh, earlier. You didn't really?
A little bit. I mean, we certainly appreciate Blue Ox stepping up and being our title sponsor for this. It's allowing us to do some things that we haven't been able to do, such as the Welcome to Lincoln and Blue Ox Bash that we're going to have. There's going to be some other things as well that they're involved with. So, it's something new that, we're going to try. I think it's working out well so far. Hopefully they're pleased with the way things are going. And it's something that I could foresee doing in the future, either with them or with another company as we move forward to do something like this. It's a nice way for them. Blue Ox kind of came to us a couple of years ago, just a little backstory, because we were planning on going to Lincoln in 2020, and Blue Ox wanted to do some special things, and we were talking to them about that. And then, of course, the event got canceled due to COVID. So when we started looking at Lincoln again this year, we went back to them and we were talking about some different things. And this is one of the suggestions that we came up with for them, and they were thrilled to be part of it. And we certainly do appreciate that. And everything that they've done, they've been a great commercial exhibitor with us for I don't know how many years, as long as I can remember. They do a great business with our members, so it's a nice fit, and they're right there from the area. So they wanted to kind of welcome FMCA to the Nebraska area. And we thought this would be a good way for them to have a presence in the show. So we do appreciate everything they've done. And like I said, you'll be seeing and hearing more from the Blue Ox folks as we get into the event and prior and then into the event itself.
And then our other vendors have always stepped up too. You'll see them. They've sponsored different stages or different parts of the show. So they're all coming there for you, and they're really excited, and we hope you are too.
Yep.
Off topic. Are we ever going back to Oregon?
Galen, we may be doing so. It's not. There's a lot of steps that are going to have to be taken. Both.
Yeah.
Battery's going dead.
Oh. We might be fading to black here.
Yeah. There's some things that are going to need to be done before we get back to Oregon. Actually, I was out there in Redmond last week, talking to the folks out there and looking over the grounds. And anybody who's been there before will surely tell you it's a fantastic facility. And it's I wouldn't say it's made for FMCA, but it's darn close. It has a lot of the things that just about everything that we need for a solid convention, and it's just beautiful up in that area in the country. And it's been a while. 2014, I think, is the last time we were there, and we sure look forward to a chance to go back there in the future, provided some things happen that make it possible. So we are in talks with them. They're excited to have us, and we're excited to get back up there. Just a couple of things have to come together for this to happen, and we certainly are hoping that isn't in the distant future, but is actually fairly in the near future.
It's not too late to volunteer if you are in the mood for that. We need more volunteers.
Always need volunteers. If there's some, if you're coming and you want to lend a hand, let us know. We can get you the credentials out there and take care of getting you signed up and your name sent along to the captain, so you could be scheduled. We are, with it being a smaller show, some areas you don't need as many volunteers, but some areas you still need the same. So, we have security, and I pretty much, whether I have 100 people or 5,000 people, I still need certain areas secured the same. So, we do need people to take care of those things, run our activity carts, some of the other areas. So please, if you can sign up to volunteer, be very appreciated by not only me and Barb, but your fellow attendees.
You mentioned trams. They're going to be a little different.
Yeah, right now we're going to have activity carts running, and we're not really going to have trams. Having a bus run around a small area just doesn't make any sense. So we're going to have the activity carts, which is going to be available to everyone, and we are also going to make it possible for individuals to drive their own vehicles to the different areas if they choose to. There is some parking, quite a bit of parking, that's going to be available to us. So, if you want to drive over to certain areas, either for entertainment, for seminars, whatever, that's going to be available to you. Or you could take the activity carts. Quite honestly, the campground area isn't all that far from the activity areas themselves anyway. So a lot of people will probably walk or ride bikes or things like that as well. So, it didn't make sense for us to be getting a bus that, is running such a limited, small space. And with the number of people, I don't think it's worth it. Now, if we start getting our registration numbers go up, that may change. But as of right now, that's the plan we're going to go with. So, if you have your own golf cart, you could certainly bring it. If you have your own, transportation you want to bring, that's fine. Or if you want to just drive your car, if you want to ride the activity carts, it's up to you.
Speaking of bicycles, this will come out a little later, but we have someone putting together some organized bike rides. There's we're at the trailhead of, I forget the name of that. It's a major bike trail. Shoot. Yeah. You'll see it if you Google it.
I think it's Murdoch or
something. Slipped my mind. But anyway, bring your bikes. If you're riders, you have a great opportunity to get out, get some exercise.
The trails there, they have some fantastic trail that take you throughout the city. You can go, from the grounds all the way downtown if you choose to. It's a pretty long ride, but you can certainly do it. I think he's talking about doing maybe a breakfast ride, a dinner ride, and maybe some other types. Lincoln, Nebraska is a pretty flat place, so you're not going to find yourself on any big hills or anything. It's fairly easy to maneuver around the town, and it'll be a good time.
Foodies, there's some great restaurants. We sampled a few in our site visits. It won't be disappointed.
Right. There's a lot of places nearby, and then also in the downtown area, as far as going and getting dinner or whatever. For those who want to know where's the closest Walmart, it's right around the corner. It's less than a quarter mile away. So if you need to stop by there and pick things up, it's very convenient. There's some other things right along the street there as well. Some other restaurants and grocery stores and things that are close by.
Let me see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The CVB will be on the grounds to help you with. They're so. I have to say this. They have been
terrific. They really are since the get-go. Since 2 years ago when we talked about coming to Lincoln and we were planning then, they were awesome, and haven't missed a beat. In our return, I can't say enough for Kelsey. Mm-hmm. She is on it.
They're gonna have a table in the info center, and can I say about the coupon books, or that's secret?
No.
They're gonna have coupon books for you to be discounts all over the city.
Yeah, that's one of the things we want folks to pick up before they go downtown on Tuesday is to pick up these discount books. So you want to stop by the info center and get this so that you will have the ability to get some discounts. And I'm not sure exactly what they are. I haven't seen the finished product yet, but big discounts, free apps, those types of things. They're going to be available to you. So make sure you stop over the info center, pick that up before Tuesday night.
We got 5 wonderful crafters coming, so I'll have crafts again. I don't know, it's just endless. We have a bee demonstration.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of different things. Facebook user asked, are there areas to walk your dog? You certainly can walk your dog in different areas. We will have a small dog park put together in some grassy areas. It's not, especially in the main campground area, it's gravel. In the back area, it's more grass and more probably a little bit softer walking area for your dog. But we will have a dog park where you can take your dog to get out in the grass. And there's some other grass areas as well on the north side of the grounds where, you could take quite a long walk if you wanted to in areas over there. So you could take, a Frisbee out or a ball and let your dog chase it or whatever. So there are some areas that are available like that.
Doug, I don't know.
What else you want to talk about? Anything? We good? Anybody, if you have any questions, if you have any other questions, please let us, send them, and we'll try to answer them before we're done. We got a couple more minutes that we're scheduled to go about an hour. So if you have anything else, let us know. And even afterwards, if you come up with a question, once you get off here, give us a call, 800-543-3622, convention@fmca.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you might have going forward. We are, as I mentioned, we're in the middle of it. We're getting everything ready to go and trying to, tie up all the loose ends and get this thing ready. Although, it's a month and a half away or maybe a little bit more, it's here. It is here for us. So we're ready to go, and I'm looking forward to it. I know Barb is as well. We're excited to go up here. And I'm thrilled to be going to Lincoln, and I think you will too, as you see the city and the grounds. I think you'll really love it.
FMCA.com, drop down events, and there's an area called Information Central. It has, we try to keep it updated with all these little questions you might need to know. Just kind of keep an eye on the website. Things change. The seminars are listed there. The exhibitors are listed there. They're just not in position. They're not timed and that type of thing, but at least you'll get an idea of how far we've come along.
And we'll be adding more and more information to that Information Central website as we get closer to the event, as things are finalized. And make sure if you have questions, check back into that area, and we'll have things updated as we go forward. So,
Well, it looks like you're welcome, everybody.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be coming back and doing this again in August. What's the date there, Kylie? You remember?
August 3rd.
August 3rd. So, a little bit more than a month from now. As Barb mentioned, a lot more things will be tied up by then. We'll be about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks before the show. So it'll be that will be time, and my hair will be grayer. It might be less of it, but we'll be ready to go. So
We will be.
So I hope you all have a good afternoon. My battery is running low on my computer, which is good timing, I guess. So I hope you all have a great afternoon, great day wherever you're at, and we'll see you soon.
Be safe.
Take care.